Today I'm going to be watching this video. It's called An American Falls in Love with Australia in 48 Hours. And the thing I thought was interesting about this is actually about Brisbane. So of course I've watched videos about people's experiences in Sydney, Melbourne, and I thought this would be cool to see a bit more about Brisbane and just see the things that make an American fall in love with Australia. Let's watch. Beautiful beaches is of course one of the things, I would guess. Brisbane actually a very beautiful place, pretty cool.
Before I came to Australia, I had a hunch that this whole country was like a big California, and I have to say this is only my first day and I'm only in Brisbane, but if the rest of the country is any indication, then my inclination was correct, because I really feel like I am back in Los Angeles, but a Los Angeles that is cleaner, prettier. Oh my god, I really am obsessed with this place. I love it so much already. Wow. I mean, I want to live here. I want to move to Australia. I want to be an Australian. Also, everybody that I have come in contact with and interacted with today has been so nice and polite, and that is really strange to me because that's not the way people are generally in the US. And I don't know, I so far have had nothing but amazing experiences here. Even actually coming from the airport yesterday, as you clear immigration, they're so high tech. They now have this system, so you scan your passport in a machine and it spits out this ticket, and then you take that ticket and you put it into a different machine where there's a camera, and that camera just analyzes your face, and you go through the whole process and you don't even deal with an immigration officer. There's nobody that is giving you the third degree extra questioning. It's like so quick and automatic, and I was so impressed. I've never seen anything like that system before in any country that I've been to, with the exception of Canada. However, every time that I travel through Canada, I always get selected for extra screening, and even here I was selected for extra custom screening. I think because I'm a young single man with a somewhat dark complexion, that I automatically trigger some sort of suspicion that...
Is that true, do you think?
I'm smuggling in contraband. And that's never the case. I'm never smuggling in contraband, but I guess I just have to accept that as c'est la vie. Anyway, so I'm continuing my walk here in Brisbane. I don't even really know exactly where I'm going, but I don't care because it's so nice out. And I haven't had a good walk in actually probably since I was in San Francisco in September, because in Southeast Asia there are no nice places to walk. You're always on these like broken little sidewalks with people honking, and it's either too hot or just not a good place. And so I'm really just enjoying walking here. And
yeah man, as someone who lives in Southeast Asia, in Malaysia, I completely agree. You cannot walk anywhere here. There's holes in the pavement. The temperature's always 32 degrees and humid, so it's like you just sweat wherever you walk. When I went to Australia, that's one thing I loved. We were in Melbourne and we just walked everywhere, man. It was like really beautiful, nice pavement everywhere. The weather was perfect. It was so different but so nice.
Nice clear blue skies, and you know, these nice beautiful empty places to walk. Look at how beautiful this is.
And I like the lack of people here as well, man. A lot more relaxing to just
I've
walk
come to
around.
New Farm Park. This is the south end of Brisbane, or the south end of Suffolk Park. I'm not exactly sure which, but it's just a nice green area. And as I said, I'm loving this weather so much that I just want to be outside, walking around. It's Friday afternoon and there's hardly anybody here, which maybe is to be expected, though. At the same time, I remember last summer in Toronto when we My friends and I went to a park. It was full of people all hanging out, smoking dubious various substances. I may or may not have been partaking, for sure was. But anyway, here in this park, I'm gonna sit down on this bench and catch my breath. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. Can I please stay forever? Please, please let me become Australian. Oh, look, there's some sort of pelican bird here too, look.
Oh, one of those. No, looking
Hi,
for its
Lulu.
nearest bin.
Introduce your dog also.
Oh, thank you.
This is Casper.
Casper.
Casper, the friendly dog who barks at other dogs who pass. Casper.
Casper.
And we've just spent the afternoon at this beautiful new farm park.
Yes, beautiful.
Now I'm gonna go have lunch. All right, Lulu, see you later.
See you.
Bye.
Good food as well. There's a little boxing kangaroo on the flick.
I just had a really good lunch of a chicken sandwich that had avocado and mayo. It reminded me of America. And then I finished with an espresso. The whole thing was 16 Australian dollars. I think that comes out to around maybe 12 US. What I really am liking about Australia is that $16 is $16. It's not $16 plus tax and tip. From what I read online, it's like everything is included and there's not really a tipping culture in Australia. I think because the minimum wage is so high. I believe it's 24, 25 Australian dollars an hour. But anyway, that just makes things a lot simpler when you don't have to do the addition and stress like how much are you supposed to give in the tip, because everybody's just paid well, so you don't have to think about that. Even though I don't cook, one of the things that I like to do sometimes is go to a grocery store and see what local produce and...
Yeah man, that is like one of my favourite things to do whenever I go on holiday. Sounds so sad, but I enjoy going to the supermarkets almost as much as I like doing the touristy things, to see what local products native to that country. Tell me if you like to do that as well, or do you think that's weird?
Various things are available. And what I'm finding here, this is the first time I've just stepped foot in a Australian supermarket. They have all of these interesting named, for example, I'm in the cereal aisle, and their cereals, while are manufactured by the same company and are the same thing, they have different names. Check this out.
He's not
Instead
even
of
talking
Rice
about the
Krispies,
Vegemite
you
as well.
have Rice Bubbles. I think Cocoa Pops. No,
Called Rice
aren't they called
Krispies
Cocoa
Rice
Puffs
Bubbles?
in America? I'm not sure. I've never heard of this Sultana brand. All right, so this is an abomination. I grew up, this was my favorite candy, Sour Patch Kids. But here in Australia, they're called Sour Patch Tricksters. Like, I don't get it. Why the different names?
I think that may be just a specific
Oh wait, yeah, they also do
one.
have the Sour Patch Kids too. I guess it's not totally different. What's the difference though? Why are there Tricksters and Kids? We definitely do not have such
I've actually
variety.
got some
Even
Sour
look at this
Patch Kids
stuff.
in my
like,
fridge.
I've never seen Curly Whirly
Curly
Swirlies
Whirly?
in America. That seems Curly Whirly Squirrelies to me
Curly
seems
Whirly's from the
quintessentially
UK.
Australian
I
as
love
a
Curly
name.
Whirlies.
I was also interested to come into the grocery store to compare pricing because I've heard
Oh,
Australia is
Tim
really
Tams.
expensive, so I want to know how much more expensive is stuff. Holy crap, I just saw rice crackers with green kale. Wow. See, this makes me
Very
so
healthy.
happy, and why I know that I would be really happy living in Australia, because they have so many healthy things, and it just reminds me so much of Los Angeles, and there's so much to... life is just easy here. Even the supermarkets in Australia are awesome. That place, which was just a random little supermarket that I wandered into, was just like a Whole Foods in America, where it had all of this organic, healthy, fantastic food. I just cannot stop loving this place. Every moment I find something more to like about Australia. This is the first time in over 10 years that I've been in an English-speaking country where my American accent is different. Obviously, you know, I've been in Canada, but there's really no difference between an American and a Canadian accent. But here it's just funny interacting with people and them knowing that you're not from here, and just the more that I talk in contrast to other people's accents, feeling this sense of foreignness or otherness. I don't know, I just get a kick out of it. I really love being an expat. I don't like being an American in America. I just feel that is really basic. but I enjoy just this feeling of being a foreigner somewhere, being a bit different. So, I don't know, just my everyday interactions here are really amusing.
Tell me about this. Is this like the centre part of Brisbane? It looks like a really cool little place. I like these cities that have these. It's not like here in Asia where the only places you really go for shopping and things are big malls, but these little town centres, all the outdoor shops, looks really quaint and nice.
Today's my second
Quite
day in
fancy as well,
Australia.
actually.
I've just finished showering and getting ready. I'm gonna go out and have coffee. I'm probably gonna go to the same place that I went to yesterday called River End because frankly it was the best coffee that I have had in a long time, and that's just my personality. When I find something I like, I continue to go back to it. I'm a really loyal customer. I'm probably the best kind of customer to have when I'm happy. So the rest of the day I think I'm just going to continue to explore Brisbane because it's my last day here. Tomorrow I'm headed up to Noosa and we'll see what the day has in store.
Oh, is that how they serve the coffee? That's pretty nice. Never seen that before. Whoa. Look at that man. Such a nice city.
The modern art,
What's the
gallery of modern art. And then there's the art gallery, the museum, the science centre. They're all.
Would you say Brisbane could possibly be like Australia's best kept secret? Like everybody knows to go to Sydney or Melbourne, but like here is really a different kind of beautiful place. Just come and stay and hang out and eat and
There's over 2 million
drink.
people living here.
Okay, so it's not a secret,
No,
but
I think
still
it's probably
people
underrated.
underrated.
Underrated,
for
yeah,
sure.
I think so, yeah. Well, that looks like Ange Postecoglou. He's part-time working on a boat.
So with my legs tired from 1 year of inactivity of walking, we took a ferry back, which was absolutely free, and it's kind of a great activity to do here in Brisbane,
Free?
just to see the city from another angle. We were only on the ferry for about 10 minutes, but on a lovely day like today to be out on the water, and everything is beautiful here. Now we're in the search for a chilled glass of wine.
Yeah, I just want to say is like this is something I do like about the Australian cities. They make use of the areas beside the water. Always got these nice little harbour areas or areas with a lot of eateries. That's something I noticed in Melbourne as well. Like how much, like you can't really get a better place to just dine and enjoy some nice wine, as he mentioned, right beside the water. Perfectly
And
designed.
maybe a nap.
Brisbane looks awesome actually. Yeah, really like one of the most underrated places. Of course, I think when people talk about going to Australia, it's always like Sydney or Melbourne. Here in Asia, it's always Perth, but Brisbane looks like a fantastic place. I've watched a video on it before. This just reinforced it. It looks like an excellent place to visit. Really interesting to see the things you mentioned, all these things we kind of usually hear. Being able to walk around, that outdoor lifestyle, the coffee being great, all the healthy, good snacks and foods in the supermarket, the prices, including tax. Not having to work out adding on tax like they do here in Asia, like in the US, and also not having to tip, just paying the staff a good living wage. So all the things like I've heard on other videos, but all kind of encapsulated in one and just showing a bit more of Brisbane as well. So a great little video. Tell me what you think about this one. Would you recommend visiting Brisbane if you're not from there? Have you visited? What do you think of it? Thanks.